It's time now for dinner tonight. We're in the kitchen with Suzanne Clark from livingacreativelife.net, and you're kind of making a twist on a classic.
Well, I grew up eating salmon patties, and my mom would always make them with, the canned salmon. But I wanted to start, like I said, with some fresh salmon.
Okay, so you just have one salmon diced up here.
Yeah, it's a pound, skin and bones removed, and then I just diced it up with a knife. Very easy to do.
Okay.
Okay, now we want to start building some flavor. So in a pan, I have half a cup of shallots and half a cup of red bell peppers, and I just sauteed them in some challenge butter.
So we're going to put that in now.
Go ahead and add that. And then we're going to add a little bit of mayonnaise to help kind of hold it together.
Okay.
And some...
And you have this recipe, of course, on your website,
yes,
livingacreativelife.net.
And then we're going to add 4 diced green onions. Okay.
And you're just kind of mixing that up.
And then we're going to add some flavor, and we're using what's called Old Bay seasoning. This is a classic. Now, normally at this point, I would go ahead and add maybe a couple cups of panko, but we're only going to use a half a cup of panko, and I'm going to show you why in a minute.
Okay, and while your option for only using a little bit of panko is, you said if someone maybe wants to do a little bit more low carb or lighter.
And you could use gluten-free panko breadcrumbs. They do have those now.
Okay.
But I wanted more salmon than the cake.
Okay.
So this is what I came up with. I decided to use a hard-boiled egg to get extra protein in here and give it a great texture. So I just took a hard-boiled egg and then I cut it in half. And I'm going to just pop out those yolks because we're going to reserve those for the sauce. And then this is the big surprise. I use a grater. And I'm going to grate these egg whites. And it's just really easy to do. We're just going to grate them. And once I'm done, look how nice.
And it's okay if there's a little yolk in there.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. But this is what they look like when they're done.
Okay, and then do you throw those in there?
And then we add these right here. And that also, because they're softer, kind of helps bind together that crab cake, or the salmon cake, rather. And then you're going to add 1 egg. Like that, and then just give it a quick stir.
Stir that in. Okay.
Then once you have all that mixture combined, then we're just going to form little patties and put them into a fry pan.
Okay.
And then when we cook these on the stove, I like to use the challenge butter, spreadable butter that has a little canola oil in it. And the reason I use that is the canola oil helps the butter not to burn, and we still get that wonderful butter flavor.
Okay, so you put those on the stove, you just flip them around. How long does it normally take?
About 5 minutes. I don't want to cook them at really high temperature, kind of medium low, about 5 minutes each side. And do them in batches. Don't crowd your pan because they don't get crispy that way.
Okay, great. So once we're done making the crab cakes, you want to make a good sauce.
Yes, I want to make a lemon dill cream sauce, and that really kind of updates it again and sets it over the edge. So I have 4 tablespoons of challenge butter in here with some diced shallots, and I just cook those until they're nice and soft. And then, very simply, I'm just going to add my cream cheese, my challenge butter whipped cream cheese here.
And you said the whipped is just easier to work with than mine. So.
It melts really quick and easy. So I'm just going to add that into the pan. And to give it the nice lemon flavor, I'm going to add some lemon juice, about a tablespoon of lemon juice and a tablespoon of lemon zest. And then about 1/8 of a cup of chopped fresh dill. And you want to use the fresh. That's what this is all about.
It's so easy to get that now. It used to be harder to get fresh herbs, but now they're everywhere.
Easy. Yeah, and it's just, you can smell it before you even taste it. And then to get the right consistency, I add milk. And it's going to take about, about 1/4 to 1/8 of a cup. It just depends on how thick you would like your sauce. Then we're going to go ahead and mix it up. You're going to taste it. I find I need to add a little salt to it, so just kind of salt to your preference. And then once we get that all done, we're going to have a nice, creamy, rich sauce like this. Oh, but I forgot to add one important ingredient. And this is going to make it nice and yellow. We're going to add the egg yolk into here, and it's going to make it nice and rich, and it's going to give it that beautiful color. So I'm just going to put it in here.
And then you mix that in.
And just mix it in. And then see how yellow it turns out?
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
And then you serve that right on top?
Yep. You can just drizzle this on top of your beautiful salmon cakes, and you have a nice original dinner here.
Looks delicious.
Full of protein, not so much cake. And it's just delicious. You'll love it.
And again, the recipe, find it online at livingacreativelife.net.